The only way I have of showing you that I like you, of showing respect.
So when we made love last night...
When we what?
Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Wow, look at all this daylight in here. Pretty crazy. It also might be a little noisy because I have a restaurant patio below me, but I'll try to edit out the sound as best as possible. I want to watch Firefly Season 1, Episode 7, Jaynestown. Many people have hyped this up as being probably, of the episodes I've seen, maybe one of the best ones. And I know that we're entering now into, I think, a lot of good episodes. I did read at one point that Out of Gas, which is the next one, is a lot of people's favorite, which means we're in for a couple good ones. I'm ready to just start. Let's go.
I use swear words like anybody else.
Oh, really? See, I never heard you. So when is it that you do all this cussing after I go to bed, or...?
I swear when it's appropriate.
Simon, the whole point of swearing is that it ain't appropriate.
Exactly.
Hey there, Nara.
I hope YouTube understands that.
See you two tomorrow. Don't let Mal get you into too much trouble while I'm gone.
Fine, Elle. Have good sex.
That
What?
was hilarious. Have good sex. Oh, thanks.
This would be a perfect time for a swear word.
What happened in here?
Need to find some tape.
So you had to tear my infirmary apart?
Apparently.
You're like a trained ape without the training.
Jane, I told you we're setting down on the Canton factory settlement on Higgins Moon.
Yep, that you did.
Canton don't allow guns in their town.
Yes, sir. That's why I ain't strapping one to my hip.
No, that's why you ain't strapping one anywhere.
Oh, listen, Mel, I was in Canton a few years back. I might have made me a few enemies thereabouts. So.
Enemies? You? No, how can it be?
Just don't like the idea of going in there empty-handed is all.
Why are you still arguing what's been decided?
Was that Jane's sad puppy dog face?
Disengaging in 3, 2, 1.
Forgot the name of this place.
Ken really stinks.
That's what makes it such a great drop point. No one comes to that doesn't have to.
I vote we do this job really, really fast.
Kessler's our man. We go in, make contact, easy peasy. Zoe, you're holding down the fort.
Don't I usually stay with the ship?
I outrank you.
They make mud.
Yep, clay, really. You'd be surprised how many things it ends up in. Serenity's got more than a few ceramic parts in her. Cam, don't you think Simon should come with us?
Oh, Kaylee, I don't think so.
You go on, boy. I can watch over your sister. I believe we've been developing a rapport.
I don't know, River.
Go on. I'm a shepherd, after all. I should be able to keep my eye on a flock of what?
I'm not going that far, Doctor, and you might maybe make yourself useful.
Come again?
The management here don't take too kindly to sightseers, which is why we're posing as buyers. There ain't a one of us that looks the part more than the good doctor. I mean, the pretty fits. Soft hands, definitely a moneyed individual. All rich and lily white, pasty all over.
All right, I'll go. Just stop describing it.
You're the boss.
Stop describing.
He's the boss now. Day keeps getting better and better.
Oh, Jane, pipe down.
Yes, I'm looking to buy some mud.
Well then, come to the right place.
I've heard great.
What happened to Simon? Who is this diabolical master of disguise?
He's learning.
Hey, boss. I'm sure the foreman has things need attending. Why don't we wander a bit, take a look at the operation, then you can figure on whether we get an account here.
Yes, we'll wander a bit.
Fair enough. Come to see me when you're through.
All right. Set to work at town, find our man Kessler, get this job done.
The boy's gonna get us killed.
His disguise ain't half as funny as yours.
Yeah, what the
You haven't
fuck?
been here and no one's gonna remember you.
I think it's possible they might.
Shit.
Bitch. You wanna tell me how come there's a statue of you here and looking at me like I own something?
Wishing I could, Captain. I got no rotten idea. I was here a few years back, like I said. pull a second story, stole a lot of scratch from the magistrate up on the hill. But things went way south. I had to hightail it. They don't put you on a pedestal in town square for that.
Yeah, except I'm looking at some very compelling evidence says they do.
This must be what going mad feels like.
I think they captured him, though.
Fine.
You know, captured his essence.
Looks sort of angry, don't he?
It's kind of what I meant.
Instead of us hanging around playing art critic until I get pinched by the man, how's about we move away from this eerie-ass piece of work and get on with our increasingly eerie-ass day? How's that?
I don't know. This here's a spectacle might warrant a moment's consideration.
Everywhere I go, his eyes keep following me.
Come on, Gorilla. We got a job. Let's go do it. Get the hell out of here. I crossed the magistrate of this company town. Understand? He ain't exactly a forgiving sort of guy.
Interesting.
Magistrate Higgins, I presume.
You may, but I only make the people I own use my title.
Slavery.
It's a rare pleasure. You visit to my little moon?
I'm refreshed and ready. Shall we begin at, say, 7:30?
Perfect. I have a feeling it will take all your arts to deal with this particular problem.
Every problem, Mr. Higgins, is an opportunity in disguise.
What are we up to, sweetheart?
Fixing your Bible.
What?
Bible's broken. Contradictions, false logistics. Doesn't make sense.
Oh, you can't.
So we'll integrate non-progressional evolution theory with God's creation of Eden. Noah's Ark is a problem. We'll have to call it early quantum state phenomenon. Only way to fit 5,000 species of mammal on the same boat.
Give me that. River, you don't fix the Bible.
It's broken. Doesn't make sense.
It's not about making sense. It's about believing in something. It's about faith. You don't fix faith, River. It fixes you.
Yeah, well,
You hang on to those then.
that was funny. They're gonna have a faith science debate.
A statue of me. No reason for it. Flies in the face of every kind of sense.
Won't argue with that.
They call it mother's milk. All the protein, vitamins, and carbs of your grandma's best turkey dinner, plus 15% alcohol.
It worked for the Egyptians.
What's that?
Well, the ancient Egyptians. Not so different from the ancestral form of beer they fed the slaves to build their pyramids. It's liquid bread. Kept them from starving and knocked them out at night so they wouldn't be inclined to insurrection.
Wow, Simon, that was so historical.
Shake your head, boy. Your eyes are stuck. Get!
Your eyes are stuck.
I knew it, Keston. No?
He was a good middleman. Last week, the factory foreman and his Prague crew heard he was moving contraband through town. Gave him a peck of trouble for it.
What kind of peck was that?
The kind where they hacked off his hands and feet with a machete.
They peck pretty hard around here. My client off-world is waiting for his delivery. If the goods are gone...
Not to worry. Your man's merchandise is here. We just got to figure out how to get it across town without being seen by the foreman and his prods. I advise we all just lay low for a moment.
Is that what it is?
To the man, and he gave him what for. Our love for him now ain't hard to explain. The hero of Canton, the man they call Jay.
So he's like a Robin Hood type hero.
And he saw the magistrate taking every dollar and leaving 5 cents. And crushed them
Jay?
under.
Yeah, Mel.
You got any light you'd like to shed on this development?
No, Mel.
This must be what going mad feels like.
The hero of Canton, the man they call Jane. The man they call Jane, he turned around his plane and let that money hit the sky.
Go around, that's where that cash went. I stole that money from Higgins like the song says. Lifted me one of his hovercraft. I got tagged by anti-aircraft. Started losing altitude. Had to dump them strong boxes. Stay airborne.
Oh yeah. So now they think he did it on purpose.
Steve's house. Untraceable. And I drop it right square in the middle of Mud Farmer Central.
We gotta go to the crappy town where I'm a hero.
That's great. That's a great backstory. Gotta learn that song. The man they called Jane.
Hello?
In here, River.
I tore these out of your symbol and they turned into paper.
Sorry. What's that? River? River, come back.
Preacher, what the hell did you sick? Whoa.
Captain, now they're off the subject to me, shouldn't we be getting the hell out of here?
I'd say that's a reasonable request given the circumstances.
Rotten mutters.
Zane, your hero. Somebody's gonna recognize him. Kid went and told everybody. I'm surprised Jane isn't thrilled about this. Oh, unless he's worried if he's gonna get
Give me some milk.
in trouble.
Don't you understand? He's come back. It's Jane.
Hero of Canton won't be drinking that shung man, yeah? He drinks the best whiskey in the house!
What's going on? This how people lay low where you're from?
Not generally, no.
Listen, friend, I came here to make sure a deal went down solid. Not to get chopped up by the Canton prod crew and fed to the bog.
This was all part of our new plan.
Way to roll with the punches, Mal. The man they called Jane.
My son, Fess Higgins.
Hello, Fess. Mr. Higgins, this shuttle is a place of union. I'm sure you can appreciate
What is this? I brought you here to bed, my son, not throw him a tea party.
A companion greeting ceremony is a ritual with centuries of
My
tradition.
son is 26 years old, and he ain't yet a man. And since he can't find a willing
Mr.
woman
Higgins,
himself...
you're not allowed here. This room is a consecrated place of union. Good night, Mr. Higgins.
What the fuck you want to be there for anyway?
That's a bit more peaceful.
Now he's starting to get into it.
I've saved lives. I reattached a girl's leg, her whole leg. She named her hamster after me. I got a hamster. He drops a box of money, he gets to town.
Hamsters is nice.
To Jane, the box-dropping, man-ape gone wrong thing.
You are pretty funny.
And you're pretty.
What did you just say?
That you're pretty. Even when you're covered in engine grease, especially when you're covered in engine grease.
It's time to get out of this nut house. I got some planning to work out.
Now, Captain, things are going so well.
I suppose. Jane's certainly feeling better about life, but
I
no, really, we
said
got...
things are going.
Okay.
Oh, well. Well, I tell you what. Jane is stuck here with his adoring masses. Why don't you and Simon hang around and keep an eye on him for me?
They're shit-faced anyway.
They say the ceiling will cave in. His brains are in terrible danger.
River, please, why don't you come on out?
No, can't. Too much hair.
Is that it? Hell yes, preacher. If I didn't have stuff to get done, I'd be in there with her.
It's the rules of my order. Like the book. It symbolizes...
River, honey, he's putting the hair away now.
Doesn't matter. It'll still be there.
Oh, Jane is a bona fide folk hero. Got a song and everything.
You've been drinking, husband.
That he has. Don't make it any less the case.
You tell me that Jane...
It's true. We talked a few pillars of the Mutter community into having a little Jane Day celebration in Town Square tomorrow. It should buy us enough of a
WTF.
distraction to get the stolen goods out from under the foreman and his crew of prods.
You're really gonna have to start again. Jane's a what?
This whole thing, it is embarrassing. My father's right again, I guess. And to have to bring you here...
Your father isn't right, Fess. It's not embarrassing to be a virgin. It's simply one state of being. Companions choose the people they're to be with very carefully. If your father had asked me to come here for him, I wouldn't have. But you're different from him. The more you accept that, the stronger you'll become.
So the magistrate, he let you folks keep all that cash?
He did, and it pained him, that's for dead sure. When he found out, he sent his prods in to take it back from us, but the workers resisted.
Fought the law, huh?
If the Mutters are together on a thing, there's too many of us to be put down. And then, when we put that statue of you in Town Square, he rolled in, wanted to tear it down, but the whole town rioted.
You guys had a riot? On account of me?
I can't believe you're back.
How could I stay away?
There's a problem in Wortertown, sir. Jane Cobb's come back.
Oh. So the guy who Inara's screwing's dad is the guy that he stole the money from. The hell?
Even a stitch?
What do you want with me?
Spend the time you paid your debt. It's time you were on your way. Here, I believe these were your personal effects.
If you keep me in that box 4 years, you can give me a loaded gun.
You got the urge to use it, no doubt, but I'm not the one who brought you in on that robbery. I'm not the one who partnered up with you and then turned on you when his plan went south. Jane Cobb cost you 4 years of your life, plus a perfectly good eyeball. And here's the poetical portion. He's back in town. Best of luck in your new life.
All right. Still don't know why I wouldn't shoot the guy. It's a little ballsy to just let him out after that.
Captain.
Ooh, look at this.
No, nothing happened. There was some drinking, but no, I would never. Not with Kaylee.
What do you mean not with me?
Hero of Canton, and they call me. The living legend needs eggs.
No, living legend needs to come with us. He's got a little appearance to make. This job here's gone way past long enough.
All right, well, you go on now. I got me important hero type stuff to do.
Where are you going?
I'm going with you.
I don't think so. No, maybe you ought to stay here. It's about the time for a civilized person to have his breakfast. That's the sort of thing would be appropriate, don't you think?
Those two. Yeah, he shouldn't have been like, not with Kaylee.
Did you see a menu?
What? I just thought I'd feel different after. Aren't I supposed to be a man now?
A man is just a boy who's old enough to ask that question. Our time together, it's a ritual, a symbol. It means something to your father. I hope it was not entirely forgettable for you, but it doesn't make you a man. You do that yourself.
Words of wisdom, Inara.
That's where the little Jane celebration we got planned comes in. Should give us enough time to get the goods back in Serenity.
You think we should be using my fame to hoodwink folks?
You better laugh when you say that.
No, really, Mel, I mean, maybe there's something to this. I think I really made a difference in their lives. Me, Jane Cobb.
I know your name, jackass.
You know they threw a riot on my account?
Is that Jane? Wash, pinch me. I must be dreaming.
Oh, hell, I'll pinch you.
Just get on over to Town Square, Jane. Your friends are waiting.
Do you really think we can get this stuff across town without being noticed?
Gotta find it first. Here we go. Let's get it dug up.
A criminal hearing?
Yeah, my father's ordered me to attend. See, there's this man. What happened when I was growing up here? He stole a ton of money from my dad and gave it to the poor, to my father's workers. He's become kind of a folk hero.
Go on.
Well, he's back. Apparently, he landed here yesterday.
Yesterday. Oh, no.
Is she gonna think it's Mal?
I know this man.
Oh, shit.
He just has this idiotic sense of nobility, you know? He can never just let things go. He thinks he's this hard-hearted criminal, and he can be unrelenting. But there's a side to him that's just so...
You mean you actually know Jane?
Jane? You're talking about Jane Cobb?
Yes, Jane Cobb, the hero of Canton. The only person I ever saw who stood up to my father. My dad had him traced back to his ship. He had port control, put a landlock on it. Jane will get back and find out that he's grounded. I sort of hate the idea of his getting caught.
That was hilarious.
It would be bad.
That music suddenly stopped when she's doing a soliloquy about Mal.
Or tell you run with Jane Cobb.
Oh, shit.
You're gonna take me that dirty, low-down shingle of a man.
Sir, I don't know who.
Sir, look at me, you panty-waist idiot! I just spent the last 4 years steaming in a hot box, and you're sirring me? Folks say you're part of Jane's team. So, where is that no-good reptile? Hide yourself. Tell me, boy, I'll cut off every last bit of them good looks. Oh, not done yet, youngin'. That's gonna cost you an eye. Come on.
Ah. Just Interesting turn of events.
They love their boy. Just drive by nice and slow.
Come on, sir. Let's just get in there. Magistrate says no. We hold position.
Louis, pack down the cargo. Wash, you heat up Serenity. Let's go get our wayward babes.
No good with words. Don't use them much myself. But I want to thank y'all for being here and thinking so much of me. As far as I see it, you people have been given the shortest end of the stick ever been offered a human soul in this crap hill-verse. But you took that end, and well, you took it. Well, I guess that's something.
Wow. That didn't sound half bad.
Okay.
I'm shocked my own self.
Well, hey there, Jane. Thought I'd make you watch while I butcher me one of your boys.
You ain't one of mine. Where you been hiding? You gone got yourself looking mighty hideous.
Honey.
Kaylee?
Did you call him honey?
About a hero of Canton. Is I hearing that right? 4 years of lockdown plays tricks on the ear.
I ain't a hero, Stitch. Just a working stiff like you.
Yep, he's right. Jane is. Back we used to work together, he and I. Now why don't you just let old Stitch speak his piece?
Go on then.
Whole lot of money in a magistrate's safe, weren't there, Jane? Got away clean, too. But then our plane took a hit and we're going down. We dumped the fuel reserve, dumped the life support, hell, we even dumped the seats.
Uh-oh. Is he gonna ruin the legacy?
Jane, the money, and me. There was no way he was gonna drop that money.
He did. He dropped it on the mutters.
That's it, you inbred dunghead. He tossed me out first. For 6 months we run together, he turned me out before I could scream.
You'd have done the same.
Never. You protect the man you're with. You watch his back. Everybody knows that.
You gonna talk me to death, buddy? Is that the plan?
This is the plan.
Who was that just jumped in front of him? Fighting with a knife in his chest?
Get up. Get up, you stupid piece of... What'd you do that for? What's wrong with you? Did you hear a word he said? All of you! You think there's someone just gonna drop money on you? Money they can use? Well, there ain't people like that. There's just people like me.
Holy shit, it's weird. I still gotta get out though. Jane's hands are covered in blood.
What's the hell out with this mudball?
Yeah, I'm, working on it.
Hello, Wash. Has there been a problem with takeoff?
Is there a problem? No, we're fine.
Yeah.
What? Lifted the landlock on Serenity.
How to wipe that smile off your head. How dare you defy me, you...
You wanted to make a man out of me, Dad. I guess it worked.
Speaking of man spreading. See how far what part his legs were? What the hell? It's gotta went from like funny to not funny real quick and then back to...
Can't be letting men stomp on you so much.
It wasn't exactly a plan.
We ain't weak. You couldn't beat him back? Or would that not be appropriate?
You're never letting go of that, are you?
Well, you confound me some is all. I mean, you like me well enough, and we get along, and then you go all stiff.
I'm not, I didn't...
See, you're doing it right now. What's so damn important about being proper?
Yeah, Kaylee's, they do this well.
I mean nothing out here in the black.
Yep.
That means more out here. It's all I have. My way of being polite, or however, was the only way I have of showing you that I like you, of showing respect.
So when we made love last night...
When we what?
Oh.
That's such an easy mark.
You got fooled me for a second. I was about to say, what? Pretty good one, Kaylee. Kaylee is fine, man. She's gorgeous.
Why the hell did that mother have to go and do that for him, Hal? Jumping in front of that shotgun blast. Hell, there weren't one of them understood what happened out there. They're probably sticking that statue right back up.
Most likely.
I don't know why that eats at me so.
It's my estimation that every man ever got a statue made of him was one kind of sumbitch or another. Ain't about you, Jane. It's about what they need.
Good point. That was a good line. Well, that was interesting. Two things. We saw Jane actually has more to his character than we've ever seen before. A little bit of integrity deep down underneath his bravado or whatever it is he has. Not even bravado really, but underneath his veneer. And then the Simon and Kaylee thing kind of got a little deeper. They got closer, and she kind of called out basically the characterization of Simon, which is this sort of like he kind of goes for her but then sort of tightens up and falls back into a sort of appropriate or properness or whatever from his aristocratic breeding. Then we saw Shepard's hair and that was funny. River going on about his hair. But I don't know. I think that the last episode was better than this one. What was it called? Episode 6? Our Mrs. Reynolds so far, I'd say, is my favorite episode. You're handed these characters on the surface, and then we've kind of been scratching at the surface of all these characters, and that's kind of cool. It's good that we got into Jane a little bit. Kind of hope there's more of a season arc where we sort of figure out. I've heard that a lot of stuff is left unresolved because they were anticipating maybe more seasons that they didn't get, and then they tried to wrap it up with a movie. So that's going to be the shame of it. Anyway, it was a good episode. All right, well, like, subscribe, and comment, and we'll move along to the next episode soon, which is called Out of Gas. Now, that one I've heard is kind of a fan favorite by a long shot, I think. I'm super curious to see that. All right. Well, talk to you later. Have a good day. Bye.